we are starting Java tutorials. In this Java tutorial, we are going to see what is Java and what are the features of Java. Let's get started. So coming to Java overview, what is Java? So Java is a general purpose programming language and it is also a high level programming language. And Java is open source, which means we get free software without any spending of money. We can easily install the Java. And next one is Java provides computing platform by using JVM. So next, what is the evolution of Java? Java was initially developed by Sun Microsystem in 1995. Java was developed by James Gosling. This is very important. James Gosling, who is developed Java. So Java was initially named as Oak, then Green, finally renamed as Java. Based on the slang Java Coffee Bean, Java was later acquired by Oracle Corporation in 2010. So coming to the features of Java, Java is very simple language because it has very easy syntaxes like C and C++. Java is object oriented language because data is stored in the form of objects. Java is platform independent because we can execute bytecode on any operating system like Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix, Solaris, etc. Java is Aura language, which means Java works all the principles of Aura, write once and run anywhere or execute anywhere. Java supports multi-thread programming language and interoperability. Java is secure, fast, and powerful. Security in the form of security manager, which is present inside the JVM. Java has robust memory management by implementing garbage collection and it is structured programming language. And Java is type safety, prevention of data type mismatch. Data types like int to float, like that. It prevents the mismatch of data type. Java codes are reusable, hence cost effective and performance effective. Reusable means we can use OOPS concepts for reuse of code. Java provides connectivity with database JDBC. JDBC is very important where we get the connection between databases and Java. And Java is compatible with native code as C, C++, and hash. So these are the features of Java and it is about Java. So thank you. Hi, hello, welcome back to our Java tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see about Java architecture where we have the basic components of Java. This is the diagram which shows the overall architecture of Java. Here the three main components are JDK, JRE and JVM. Here the JDK consists of JRE and JVM, and JDK block consists of only JVM. In JDK there are Java, Java C, JDB, Applet Weaver and all are available in JDK. In JRE, class loaders, bytecode verifier and Java API and runtime libraries are available in JRE. Let's see what is exactly JDK, what is exactly JRE and JVM. JDK means Java Development Kit. So a complete development environment used for developing and executing Java applications is done by JDK, and it includes both JRE and development tools as we are shown in the previous slide. Here the JDK involves JRE and JVM. Okay, what is bytecode? While executing the Java applications, the compiler translates high-level language program such as Java program to a bytecode. So bytecode means Java C compiler tool in JDK compiles the Java source code into bytecode. It is similar to the assembler code but not machine code. So that is executed by the JVM. Class file contains bytecode and the bytecode is not in the form of zeros and ones. It is in the form of mnemonics such as symbols, and the bytecode format is saved in a .class file by a compiler. So JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Runtime environment is a piece of software that is designed to run the other software. Here the JRE provides the Java class libraries, Java class loaders and the JVM. We have seen in the previous figure the JRE provides libraries, class loaders and the JVM. The JVM means Java Virtual Machine. JVM is an abstract machine and a specification. Here the important point is the JVM provides runtime environment where Java bytecode can be executed. Here the bytecode will be given as input to the JVM, and the JVM executes the program line by line. That's why the Java language is known as interpreter based language. And JVM is a platform dependent because each operating system has its own JVM. Here this is another overall architecture of Java. Here the Java source, that means where we have the entire source code, which is saved as .java files. While compiling, the .java is converted to Java C. After the compilation, our source code is, here the compiler converts the source code into a bytecode. So here Java source is converted into Java bytecode, and the class .java file is converted to .class file. This is very important because before compiling the source file is in .java, but after compilation it converts into bytecode, which is a .class file format. After, this is JRE environment. In this environment, JRE consists of JVM, that means Java Virtual Machine. Here the class loader and execution engine, all is about uh, uh, here the bytecode and class loader joins together and gives the particular output to the Java Virtual Machine. In Java Virtual Machine converts our bytecode into machine code, which where the machine code is easily understood by the system. Then we get the required output from the JVM. So this is the overall architecture of Java. This is very important to understand about Java. So the main part of the Java architecture is JVM. This part which gives our respective output. What is the role of JVM? Here the JVM loads code, verifies code, and executes code. These three is important points. What is the role of JVM? JVM loads the code, verifies the code, and executes the code. And it provides a runtime environment, which is also called just in time, which means JIT compilation. So JVM is also called JIT compilation. In JIT compiler compiles bytecode into machine code. The bytecode is comes from the compiler, and the bytecode is converted as machine code. It is done by the JIT compiler. So JIT compiler compiles bytecode into machine code as CPU process native instruction, and it is also fast in processing. What is the features of JVM? Heap memory allocation, stack memory allocation, garbage collection, and program memory counter register set, and Java class loader and byte execution program, because it executes the byte code. That why it has bytecode execution facility. So these are the features of Java. Let's see. Here in execution flow of JVM, there are three types of class loaders. So class loader loads class files, consists of three loaders. One is bootstrap loader, and the second one is extension class loader, and the third one is system class loader. In bootstrap loader, it loads the java.util, java.io, java.lang, and all packages. Respective packages are all loaded into the bootstrap loader. In extension class loader, loads .jar .jar files from JRE libraries and extensions. System class loader, it is very important because it loads user defined or application defined classes. What is heap memory and what is stack memory? Heap memory means runtime dynamically allocation of memory for data and objects. But in case of stack memory maintains local memory for variables and for partial results. This is the difference between heap memory and stack memory. Stack memory is only for dynamically allocated memory for data and objects, but for stack memory is maintains only for local memory for variables and partial results. What is program counter register? Here a program counter register is also important because the address of JVM is maintained by the program counter register, which means the address of JVM is stored in the program counter register. And what is execution engine? It's a virtual processor and interpreter. What is the meaning of interpreter? Interpreter is it was directly convert our source code into machine code is called interpreter. And what is compiler? We are mostly some of the asks what is the difference between compiler and interpreter. Compiler simply converts our source code into bytecode, but in case of interpreter it converts the source code directly into the machine code. Here no need of compiler, uses the compiler. And just-in-time compiler converts the bytecode into machine code. So in next class we are going to see about access modifiers in Java. Okay, okay, bye and thank you.
Hi, hello, welcome to our Java tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see about Java modifiers. We divide modifiers into two groups. One is access modifiers and another one is non-access modifiers. Access modifiers control the access level, whereas non-access modifiers do not control the access level but provides other functionalities. So now look at the now first look at the non-access modifiers. So here final sorry so here final, abstract, static, transient, volatile, synchronizer or all are non-access modifiers. So first, what is final? Final here, attributes and methods cannot be overridden or modified if you take it as a final. So next, abstract. Abstract can only be used in an abstract class and can only be used on methods. And the method does not have a body. For example, abstract void runoff. So the body is provided by the subclass. So next, static. In static, attributes and methods belonging to the class rather than an object. So next, transient. In transient, attributes and methods are skipped when serializing the object containing them. So in volatile, the value of an attribute is not cached read locally and it is always read from the main memory. And next, synchronized methods can only be accessed by one thread at a time. So now let's see about access modifiers, which is public, private, protected, and default. So here it is. So in private, methods and data members of the class are available within the class. You know what is the meaning of private? It is only for the particular members or particular persons. So here private means here the data members or methods, if you mention it as private, like int I. So if you are provide private in front of int I, that means private int I, then I is a private member. So that is only available within the same class, not for the other classes or other packages. So we have to only remember that private is particular for the available only on the same class. So next, default. Here default methods and data members of a class are available within the package. If you want to use the methods or data members in the same package, we have to take it as default. Next, protected. Protected means here the methods and data members of the class are available within the same class. Within the same class, we have used the protected. It is like a private, but can it also acts here. Private is only accessed within the same class, but not on the other packages or other classes or other subclasses. Whereas here the protected can be used for child class while using inheritance. In inheritance, we are taking a subclass of another class. So in that cases, we are using the private as a access modifier. So next, public. Methods and data members of the class are available to all the other classes. We know the meaning of the public, which is visible to all and it is accessible to all. So here also the same meaning. So that particular methods or data members are accessible to, that means available to all other classes, like same package or other packages we can access the class. Next, here notice in case access modifiers is not defined, then we have to consider the default as a default access modifier. If we are not mentioned like private int j or product int j or public int j, then we can take it as a default. So that means it consists of default access modifier as default. So next, okay, this is the best example to understand about the access modifiers in Java. uh, Here I can take the one package as p1 and another package as p2. So in package we have two classes, one is class A and class B, and next one in package 2 we have two classes, one is class C and another one is class D. If you observe that in class A we have initializes some variables like I, J, K, L. So I as private and J as, here we are not mentioning anything, so it will take as default as a access modifier. So and next, K as protected and L as private. So let's see, a private member I is only accessible within the same class as it is declared. So within the same class means only class A can access the I variable. So next, int J. Here the member with no access modifier J is only accessible within the classes in the same package. So in the same package means here P1 is the same, in package P1 we have two classes A and B. So it default access modifier can access with the both the classes A and B, because these two classes are in the same package. So next, protected int K. Here the protected member K is accessible within the all classes in the same package, like class A and class B, and within the subclass of the other package. This is a subclass. Why it is subclass? Why not class D? Because class C is extends from class A, because class is a subclass of class A, and class D is not a subclass of class A because here no extents of other class is there, that is class A. So here protected is accessible within the all classes in the same package and also within the subclass in the other packages because protected is used in the inheritance environment. So next, public int L. Here the public member L is accessible to all other classes like class A, class B, class C, class D. Here the green color indicates that it will access in those classes, whereas red symbol indicates that, sorry, whereas red symbol indicates that it is not accessible. So here let's see, public is accessible in all classes but not in this class because here the package X is not exported from package 1. Here package 1 and here package 2 is exported from package 1, whereas package X is not exported from package 1 or 2. So here public is also not accessible in that particular situation. So let's see, this is one easy table. Here we can understand the what is the exactly concept is. So here we can consider the four access modifiers: default, private, protected, public. In default is only, is it a default is accessible inside the class? Yes. So let's see here the default is accessible in all the classes of that package. Yes. So here see, accessible inside the class as accessible within the subclass inside the same package. Yeah, inside the same package default is available. So outside the package it is not available. That's why it is no. And subclass outside the package it is no. So next, private. In private we have only available accessible in the particular inside the class, so that's why it is as in other packages and the subclass of the other package, so private is not accessible, so that's why it is indicates as no, no, no. So next, protected. In protected we have accessible inside the class. Yes, so protected is, let's say this one sub. So protected is, yeah, protected is inside the package and also the subclass of the other package if it is subclass of the other package. So protected accessible inside the class S and accessible within the subclass inside the same package S. So outside the package no, because it is not a subclass of that class, so it is not accessible. So next, accessible within the subclass of outside the package, yes, it is accessible. So next, public. Here the public is inside the class is available and subclass inside the same package is available, and outside the package is also we can access the public, and accessible within the subclass outside the package is also accessible. So public is available for the all classes. Okay, up to this we are completed with the Java access modifiers. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel and like this video and share with your friends. So I'm press the bell icon for the next videos. Thank you.
Hi, hello, welcome back to our Java tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see about Java commands. Basically, comments can be used to explain Java code and to make it more readable. Here, the Java comments are the statements in a program that are not executed by the compiler and interpreter. While we are executing the program, the compiler and interpreter uh, skips the part where we are mentioning those comments. And why do we use comments in a code? Comments can are used to make the program more readable by adding the details of the code. So while we are mentioning those commands, and we have to and we can able to write that why the particular statement is used, and it makes easy to maintain the code and to find the errors easily. So by using commands we can maintain the code easily, and the commands can be used to provide information or explanation about the variables, methods, classes, or any statement. So we are providing information why the particular method is used and what is the purpose of the class and what is the purpose of the variable that we are taken in the code. So we can provide the information. So further the user can or other users can read it more clearly and in understanding purpose. So it can also be used to prevent the execution of the program code while testing the alternative code. So if you are running two programs in one code, then we can prevent a code by using commands, and we can execute the second code by preventing the first part. So like that, let's see that point more clearly in a particular example. So what are the types of commands? There are three types of commands. One is single line command, and the second one is multi-line command, and the third one is documentation command. Single line command is used to comment only one line, whereas multiple line command is used to comment multiple lines of code. So documentation command is used to create document API. So for creation of API we can use documentation command. So a single line comment is used to comment only one line of code, and it is widely used and easiest way of commenting the statements. So a single line comment starts with the two forward slashes, and the text in front of the slashes is not executed by the Java. So, and what is multi-line? The multi-line comment is used to comment multiple lines, and it can be used to explain a complex code, or to comment multiple lines of the code at a time. So let's see one by one example by using Eclipse. So this is the example for single line Java. So let's see, I will mention here it is, sorry, I is a variable with value 10. So I keep it this in single comments. So this is the example for single line command, and I am writing printing the variable I. Let's see what is the output for this program. Okay, so let's see 10 is our answer. So because we are using single line as class, and here the main method is inserted, like public static void main string of aux. So int 10, so I is initialized with the value of 10. So system.out.println I, so we are printing the value of I without disturbing the program. We are mentioning the description of that particular line. Okay, so this is the example for single line. So next, multiple line comments. So here I am taking the multiple line comments, which is starts with forward slash and this star. So let's declare and print the value in Java. So I will keep this in multiple line comment. So let's see, int I is equals to 10, system.out.println of I. So where our output is 10. So let's see 10. And now I am removing these comments. Keep here. I'm executing the second part of the program without disturbing the first part. I will check for this code. Okay. So now see, my output is 9, because int j is equals to 5, k is equals to 4. So adding of two numbers, we get 9. So coming to documentation command, this is our documentation command. Let's see, here we can provide various, we can use various tags to describe the parameter or heading or other name. We can also use HTML tags like h2 calculation of numbers, like that, and we are providing other name. Like this, our code is to print the sum of two numbers. So let's see, we are providing 240 comma 20 as parameters to the sum class, sum method. So by printing addition of two numbers, we get the result. So this is how the documentation format is looks like. So let's see, addition of numbers is 60. So like this, we get the output. And we also create documentation API. So that's it. This is about single line and multiple line in documentation commands. So hope you like this video, and please like this video and share with your friends and subscribe this channel. Thank you.
Hi, hello, welcome back to our Java tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see about Java documentation command. In previous video, we are already gone through this single line and multi-line and documentation command. But in this video, we are going to see more about documentation command. Here, Java documentation is a tool which comes with JDK, and it is used for generating Java code documentation in HTML format from Java source code, which requires documentation in a predefined format. Okay, here simple example with their documentation command. This is the indication for documentation command. Starts with slash and two stars and ends with star and backslash. Here you can include the required HTML tags inside the description part. For instance, the following example makes use of h2 tag for giving a header for the calculation of numbers. Comes like h2 format, which is used in HTML. And and P is for creating some paragraph, and B is for bold. Let's see why this comment is used in this particular Java code. Here, see, if you are moving your cursor here like documentation command, 1 minute. Yeah, here if you are move your cursor at documentation command, you can see some description, right? So here you can see like calculation of numbers. This program implements an application to perform operations such as an addition and print the result. So this is nothing but we are written here description part, right? So that description is seen like this, like the calculation of numbers. We are using some HTML command like h2, so that's why calculation of numbers is in h2 format. And next we have provide the note and this entire thing in paragraph format, and B is in bold. So in such case we are observe that note is in bold case and the particular message and description is there, and other version and since an entire thing is comes under the documentation command. You can observe, 1 minute, you can observe it clearly. Okay, let let's see let's see since version and other, so entire things is visible here. So next coming to so the part which is written the above the class, this entire thing is comes under the documentation which is represent this class. And next we have some provide like the method calculations, the summation of two integers. So this is all about the method class. So sum class, if you are move your cursor to the sum, so then you can see this. What is this in documentation sum? It's all about methods and the parameters you have passed in this particular method, input 1 and 2. So this entire message is gives like this. So this is very useful, and to read the description about that particular method and anything. So it gives the returns. So why the returns is for every method we have some return value, right? So that is what it's shown. And next, if you are passing your cursor at the parameters input like input 1 and input 2, so then if you are keep your cursor at input 1, then it gives this message. This is the first parameter to sum of method, and if you are moving your cursor to input 2, then it gives the second parameter to the sum of method. Okay, so now this is the part which is used for the main method. So if you are moves your cursor to the main method, then this is a main method, use of sum of method and the parameters. So this is the entire thing you can see. Hope you will understand it better. So see you in next class. If you all like this video, please like this video and share with your friends. Thank you.